It's a Saturday morning, the kind I live for. Sun shining, birds chirping, a gentle breeze rustling the trees around my little slice of heaven. I'm Tasha Williams, and this house, it's my castle. Worked my fingers to the bone. 2 jobs, late nights, every penny scraped, to make it mine. The backyard's my pride and joy, especially that pristine pool, sparkling blue and clean enough to see your reflection in. I step out with my coffee, ready to soak in the peace I've earned, when I see it. Wet footprints trailing across my deck, a soggy towel slung over my chair, and a half-empty soda can sitting there like it owns the place. My stomach drops. Someone's been here, on my property, in my space. I stand there, coffee going cold in my hands, staring at the mess. The footprints are big, sloppy, leading right to the pool's edge. Someone didn't just wander through. They made themselves at home. I checked the gate, locked tight, same as always. This wasn't an accident, it was a trespasser, bold as brass. My chest tightens, not just from the violation, but from the disrespect. This isn't some random lot. It's mine. Every inch fought for, every shimmer in that water a testament to my hustle. Who'd have the nerve? I head next door, still in my slippers, knocking on doors to figure this out. "Hey, you see anything weird last night?" I ask Mr. Jenkins across the street, the guy who's always got his nose in everyone's business. He shrugs, barely looking up from his paper. "Kids, probably, no big deal." No big deal. I try the Hendersons, nice folks, usually chatty, and Mrs. Henderson just waves it off. "Oh, Tasha, it's nothing. Happens all the time." Happens all the time. Since when? I'm standing there, jaw clenched, feeling the brush off like a slap. My pool, my sanctuary trespassed on, and they're acting like I'm overreacting. Like, it's not worth a damn thing. But it is to me. And as I walk back to my yard, staring at those wet prints drying in the sun, I know this isn't over. Someone's crossed a line, and I'm not letting it slide. So it's a week later, and I'm still on edge. Those wet footprints burned into my mind like a brand. I've been checking my yard every day, gate locked, pool pristine, telling myself maybe it was a one-off, some dumb fluke. But deep down, I know better. It's a quiet Tuesday evening, sun dipping low, casting long shadows over my backyard, when I hear it, a splash. Not a bird, not the wind, a real honest-to-God splash. My heart kicks up and I rush to the window, peering out. There they are, 2 teenagers, lanky and loud, swimming in my pool like it's their personal playground. No invite, no shame, just them, splashing around, laughing like they own it. I'm out the door in a flash, bare feet slapping the deck. "Hey!" I shout, voice sharp enough to cut glass. "What the hell are you doing in my pool?" They freeze, wide-eyed, water dripping off them, and for a second, I think they'll explain, maybe apologize. Nope. They scramble out, slipping on the wet tiles, grab their towels, and bolt, vaulting my fence like it's nothing. I'm left standing there, fists clenched, staring at the ripples in my water, their soda cans glinting mockingly on my chair again. My pool, my sanctuary, turned into their damn splash park, and they didn't even have the guts to face me. I track them down, or try to. I've seen those kids around, so I march over to the cul-de-sac where I figure they live, knocking on doors until a guy, big, balding, probably their dad, answers. "Your kids were in my pool," I say, keeping it tight, expecting some kind of decency. He just snorts, leaning on the frame. "Oh, come on, Tasha. They're just kids having fun. You're being dramatic." Dramatic? My blood's boiling now, but his wife peeks out, nodding like I'm the crazy one. "It's not a big deal," she chimes in. "They didn't mean any harm." No harm. It's my property, my peace, and they're dismissing it like I'm some nag overreacting to spilled milk. I walk away, fuming, their words ringing in my ears. Dramatic, no big deal, like I don't have a right to what's mine. That night I'm online, ordering security cameras, top-notch ones, motion sensors, the works. I'm done asking, done hoping folks around here will care. My hands shake as I set up the order, not from fear, but from a fire building in me. This is my home, my sweat, my pride. and I'll be damned if I let it keep happening. Those cameras are going up, and next time I'm catching them red-handed. This isn't over, not by a long shot. So it's 2 weeks later, and I'm pulling into my driveway after a brutal day. Double shift, aching feet, the kind of tired that settles into your bones. All I want is my couch, a glass of iced tea, and the quiet of my home. My cameras are up now, humming quietly, and I've been checking the footage. Nothing since those punk kids, but I'm still on edge. I step out of the car, keys jingling, and that's when I hear it. Laughter, splashing, music thumping from my backyard. My heart stops, then kicks into overdrive. No way, not again. I round the corner, and there it is, my worst damn nightmare. My backyard's a circus, strangers everywhere, adults with beers in hand, kids cannonballing into my pool, neighbors sprawled out on my chairs like it's a freaking public park, towels, cans, chip bags, my pristine space trashed, overrun. I'm frozen for a second, jaw dropped, taking in the chaos. Then I see Sandra, my next-door neighbor, the one who's always so nice, waving at me from my deck like she's hosting. "Hey, Tasha!" she calls, all casual, like this is normal. "Hope you don't. Mind, we figured it'd be fun. Mind?" I'm shaking now, not from the cold, but from a rage boiling up so fast I can barely see straight. I storm in, voice cutting through the noise like a blade. "Everybody out, now!" Heads turn, a few kids freeze mid-splash, but the adults, they just stare, like I'm the one out of line. "Get off my property!" I shout again, pointing to the gate, my hands trembling with the effort to keep it together. Sandra hops up, hands on her hips. "Oh, come on, Tasha, relax. It's just a little party." Relax? My pool's a swamp of strangers, my yard's a landfill, and she's telling me to relax. I'm past words now, herding them out, grabbing cans and tossing them toward the gate. "This isn't a public pool," I snap. "It's mine." They start shuffling out, slow and grumbling, but not before the jabs come. "She's overreacting," one guy mutters, loud enough for me to hear. "What a drama queen," a woman snickers, hauling her kid out. Sandra's the last to go, tossing me a pitying look. "It's not that serious, Tasha," she says, like I'm the fool here. "Not that serious?" I slam the gate behind him, lock it tight, and stand there, breathing hard, staring at the mess, beer stains on my deck, wrappers floating in my water, my sanctuary gutted. This isn't just trespassing anymore, it's a takeover, a middle finger to everything I've built. They mocked me for fighting for what's mine, but I'm done playing nice. This is war. I stood in my crumbling backyard, echoes of the pool party still ringing in my ears. Sandra's smug wave, the mocking laughter, the overreaction taunts that went deeper than I'd care to admit. I'm Tasha Williams, and I've tried it all. Talking to neighbors, reasoning with parents, even those cameras whirring away on my fence. None of it's worked. They don't care about my words, my rights, my pride. My pool's still their playground, and I'm the punchline. I could scream, I could cry, but that's not me. I'm done begging. It's time to get smart, real, smart. I head to the hardware store first thing next morning, my jaw still tight from the night before. I'm not messing around, grabbing heavy-duty locks, the kind you'd need a crowbar to crack. I get 'em for the gates, the shed, even the pool pump, every entry point sealed up tighter than a vault. My hands are steady as I snap 'em into place that afternoon, the clicks loud in the quiet, a promise to myself, no one's getting in. Without a fight, but locks won't stop 'em from climbing, won't teach 'em the lesson they need. I need something bigger, something they can't ignore. That's when the idea hits me, a grin creeping up as I pull out my phone and start searching. Pool dye. Oh yeah, it's a thing, harmless, legal and perfect. A little chemical that sits quiet in the water until someone pees in it, then bam, turns the whole pool a screaming neon green you can't miss from a mile away. I order it rush delivery, my heart pounding with something like glee as I picture it. Those entitled brats, their smug parents wading in thinking they've won again, only to light up their own guilt for the world to see. I pour it in that night, the faint shimmer blending into my pristine water, invisible until it's triggered. It's not just a trap, it's a statement. You want to disrespect me? Fine. Let's see how you like swimming in your own mess. I step back, locks gleaming, die set, and feel the shift. I'm not the victim here. Not anymore. They've pushed me too far, and now I'm ready. My backyard's mine again, rigged. And waiting, and when they come back, because I know they will, I'll be the one laughing. This isn't over. It's just getting good. I'm standing in my backyard with my heavy-duty locks clicked tight and that pool dye lurking in the water, ready to snitch on the next fool who crosses me. But I'm not done. Locks and dye might catch 'em, but I want 'em scared off before. They even try. I've had it with the trespassing, the entitlement, the way they laugh like my home's their personal rec center. Talking didn't work. Cameras didn't stop them, so now I'm hitting them where it hurts, their heads. Time to mess with them, make them think twice about stepping foot in my yard again. I get to work, channeling every ounce of frustration into something brilliant. I whip up a fake warning sign, big, bold letters on bright yellow plastic, the kind you can't miss. Warning, pool chemically treated. Unauthorized use causes rashes, severe itching, and skin discoloration. Enter at your own risk. I print it out, laminate it, and bolt it right to the fence, high enough they'll see it from the street. But I don't stop there. Oh no. I grab an old beat-up chemical jug from the garage, slap a hazardous materials sticker on it, and leave it propped by the pool pump, empty but menacing, like I've just dumped something nasty in the water. It's all fake. Well, mostly, except for that P-activated dye, but they don't need to know that. Let them imagine the worst. A couple days later, I'm in the kitchen sipping coffee when I hear voices, teenagers cocky and loud drifting, over from the alley. I peek out the window, heart thumping, and there they are, 3 of them, same lanky builds as before, towels slung over their shoulders, creeping toward my fence. I hold my breath, waiting. They stop dead when they spot the sign. One of them reads it out loud, voice cracking halfway through severe itching. The other 2 lean in, squinting at the jug, and I see it. The bravado melts. "Dude, no way," one mutters, stepping back. "That looks messed up," another says, scratching his arm like he's already itching. They're spooked. Good. They whisper for a second, then bolt, sneakers slapping pavement as they disappear. I lean against the counter, a slow, wicked smile spreading across my face. Gotcha. This isn't just a win. It's a mind game, a trap that's all in their heads. They don't know the dye's real trick, don't need to. Just the threat's enough to send them running. My pool's still mine, shimmering under the sun. And for the first time in weeks, I feel the power shifting back to me. They'll think twice now, maybe 3 times, before they mess with Tasha Williams again. I finally felt like I had the upper hand. My hair was healthy, my pool dye was ready, and that fake sign scared off trespassers. I was out back, sipping lemonade, enjoying the quiet of my yard for once, when my phone rang. It's a neighbor's. Text, "You see what Sandra posted?" My stomach twists. I don't even need to look to know it's trouble. Sure enough, I pull up the neighborhood Facebook group, and there's Sandra, my nice next-door nemesis, whining for the world to see. Tasha's put dangerous chemicals in her pool. Might be a health hazard. What if our kids get sick? Dangerous? My sign's fake, my dye's harmless, but she's spinning it like I've turned my backyard into a toxic dump. I scroll down, expecting some backup, someone to call her out, but nope. The comments explode with outrage, and it's all aimed the wrong way. "That's ridiculous, ruining a good pool like that," one guy writes. "Selfish move, Tasha," another chimes in. "What happened to sharing?" Sharing? My jaw drops. These folks aren't mad about chemicals. They're pissed their free swim clubs shut down. I'm staring at my screen, lemonade forgotten, as the nerve of it sinks in. They've been treating my property like a Publix. Perk. And now they're crying foul because I've locked them out. Unbelievable. I don't even have time to fume before Sandra's at my door, banging like she's the law. I swing it open, and there she is, arms crossed, face red, looking like I've personally offended her. "Tasha," she starts, voice all high and mighty, "you need to get rid of those chemicals. It's not safe, and frankly, it's inconsiderate." "Inconsiderate?" I laugh, sharp, bitter, right in her face. "Sandra," I say, stepping out so she knows I'm not backing down. "What's inconsiderate is you throwing parties in my pool without asking. It's mine, bought and paid for, and I don't owe you or your kids a damn thing." She blinks, flustered, but doubles down. "You're overreacting. This is a community. We all used to enjoy it." "Enjoy it?" My hands ball into fists. "No, you enjoyed it. On my dime, my sweat, my property. I'm done being your doormat." Her mouth opens, then shuts, and I see the gears turning. She's not used to me pushing back. "It's not dangerous," I add, voice steady as steel. "It's protection. You don't like it. Stay out." She huffs, storms off, muttering about taking this further. But I don't budge. I close my door, lean against it, and feel the fire in me burning bright. They can rage all they want. Sandra, the neighbors, the whole damn group. This is my ground, and I'm standing on it. I'm still riding the high of staring down Sandra and her entitled nonsense. My locks are holding strong, my pool dies lurking, that fake sign's glaring, and I've shut down the neighborhood's whining online. I'm not budging, and they know it. But I'm not naive. I've seen how stubborn folks can be when they think they're owed something. Sandra's taking this further threat echoes in my head, and I'm not about to let my guard down. I've fought too hard for this. My home, my pool, my peace, and I'm finishing it my way. Time for one last play. I head online again, not to argue, but to order the knockout punch, a motion-activated sprinkler system, top grade, wide range, the kind that'll soak anything, or anyone, that trips it. I spend a Saturday installing it myself, sweat dripping as I rig it along my fence, every inch covered, nozzles gleaming like little sentinels. It's hooked to my cameras, set to drench any fool who climbs over, and I test it with a tossed stick. Water blasts out, hard and cold, and I laugh out loud. My backyard's a fortress now, locks, dye, signs, sprinklers. Let 'em try, I dare 'em. But here's the thing, they don't. Days turn to weeks, and it's quiet. No splashing, no laughter, no soggy towels or soda cans. I catch glimpses of those teens skulking by, eyeing the sign and the sprinklers, then turning tail fast. Sandra's car rolls past sometimes, but she doesn't stop, doesn't knock. Her online rants have fizzled out too, drowned by silence. The neighborhood's shifted. I feel it in the air. The message landed loud and clear. Tasha's pool isn't free anymore. It's mine, and I've drawn the line they can't cross. I'm out back now, lounging by my pool, clean, shimmering, untouched, sipping iced tea as the sun dips low. The sprinklers hum softly, ready but unneeded, and I lean back, letting the peace settle over me. This wasn't just about a pool. It was about respect, about what I've built with my own hands, my own hustle. They took and took, because I let. Shrugged it off too long, but not anymore. I showed them, Sandra, the neighbors, those kids, that you only get away with what I allow. And I'm done allowing. My boundaries are up, my victory's sweet, and this yard, it's finally fully mine.